in the capital of Kingston, Independence Park, as Jamaica be looking to take down the Dominican Republic at the office, the national stadium of Jamaica, and what promises to be an exciting matchup in Group E, match day 1 of the second round of Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers. Guatemala laid down the gauntlet, threw down the glove after their first match against Dominica yesterday in Guatemala City. They won 6-0, pick up the 3 points, and obviously have that +6 goal differential in favor of Los Chapines. And so Jamaica and Dominican Republic will look to pick up 3 points and keep pace with Guatemala. British Virgin Islands also in that group, as renovations taking place at the office, the national stadium. Also some issues with the timing of this match. We'll talk about that later on. But this match taking place during the day in a beautiful Caribbean day. Clouds, overcast, will certainly take off some of the humidity and the heat from the people here in this great stadium, the national stadium of Jamaica. Jamaica won World Cup appearance back in 1998 in France. Actually won a match in the 98 World Cup in France when they took down Japan 2-1 in June of 1998. So almost, we are what, today's June 6th? So almost, quick math, 2024, almost 26 years to the day that Jamaica won its first and only World Cup match. It should be fascinating to see what the Reggae Boys will be able to do here in terms of winning this match and advancing to the next round of World Cup qualifying. As for La República Dominicana, the Dominican Republic, their football is growing and increasing. Obviously, it is known for producing some fantastic baseball players, and it still is the #1 sport in Dominican Republic baseball. But under the Argentine manager El Ruso, Marcelo Nevelef, Dominican Republic's football is growing. In fact, they are one of the 2 teams from CONCACAF to qualify for the Paris Olympic football tournament that will take place later on this summer. So football taking hold and becoming very strong in the Dominican Republic on the western half of the great island of Hispaniola. And Jamaica always having a great tradition in terms of football. There's plenty of fans starting to pile in here at the National Stadium for this matchup between Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. New format, obviously, with the expansion of the World Cup in 2026. More places available for CONCACAF. We all know United States, Mexico, and Canada will be hosting the tournament. 3 more spots up for grabs in World Cup qualifying for CONCACAF. There are 5 groups in the second, 6 groups in the second round of competition. The top 2 teams from the groups will move on to the 3rd round. And in that 3rd round, with those 12 teams, top 3 will move on to the World Cup alongside the United States, Mexico, and Canada. This should be a fascinating round of action, as I mentioned. 6 groups, top 2 teams advancing to make it 12, and then the 3 groups of 4 will play in the 3rd round of qualifying. The group winners in the 3rd round of qualifying automatically go to the World Cup, and then the best 2nd place teams will be going to an inter-confederation playoff to determine those final 2 spots. So it's possible that with the expansion of the World Cup, CONCACAF could have 8 teams. That would be a beautiful thing, for sure. That is still about a year and a half away before the great tournament. The national anthems of Dominican Republic and Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthems. First, that of the Dominican Republic, to be followed by that of Jamaica.
Beautiful national anthems of the Dominican Republic and Jamaica. Not only do they have beautiful national anthems, but the music that comes from those two great island nations has absolutely captivated the world. Obviously, with Jamaica and reggae, hence the nickname the Reggae Boys, and Dominican Republic with bachata and dembow. We look at the 11 for Jamaica. They're gonna play three in the back with Hector Gray, Lowe, Bernard and Lee in the back with Johnson, Bobby Reed, Reynaldo Cephas, Michael Antonio, and Shamar Nicholson up top for Heimir Hallgrímsson as they begin World Cup qualifying, missing some key players in this squad through injury. The captains on the left, there is Jean Lopez wearing the number 14. Saluting and exchanging pleasantries with the all-Canadian officiating crew led by Andrew Fisher, Christopher Wadham, Lies Arfa, and Philip Dujic. And the captain on the right for the Reggae Boys, Damian Lowe of the Philadelphia Union, his teammate out of this encounter. Dominican Republic also with three in the back with Reyes, De Lucas, Schweissinger, Garcia, Firpo, Marshall, Ventura, Romero, and Ronaldo Vasquez. The 11 for El Russo, the Argentine manager who has slowly, since 2022, risen the profile of the Dominican Republic in the world of football, Marcelo Nevelev. And Hallgrímsson, the manager of Jamaica, made it very clear when speaking to the press that he expects the Dominican Republic to hold the ball, possessed a little bit. He talked about how good they are with movement off the ball. Their passing is sharp and precise. So this will not be an easy match for Jamaica. Obviously, they are the favorite at home, and with their history, you would expect them to be the favorite. We know that matches are not played on paper or online or digitally. Although who knows with AI, you never know what's going to happen with that. But as for now, they're played on the pitch by human beings. And because of that, you never know what will happen. The crowd is building here at this legendary venue known as The Office, because that's where Jamaica and the national team take care of business. First half underway at The Office. The Reggae Boys debuting their new kits. We'll be moving from left to right in yellow and green with the black numbers and names. The Dominican Republic in those all-white kits with the red trim and the blue numbers from right to left. Jamaica from left to right in yellow and green. And Dominican Republic in the white and blue. And early on, a foul down that left side. As Ronaldo Cephas goes down early. Ronaldo Cephas plies his trade in Turkey in the Super League, or in Turkish football, I should say, with Ankaragücü, the capital club. Top flight. There is Ronaldo Cephas. You have a Ronaldo and Ronaldo Vasquez. You have a Ronaldo Cephas. Good names for footballers, I would say. Long ball played up the pitch there. Both teams I can see here going to play a back line of three, so the possession game is going to be very important. Here's Heinz Morschel to Junior Firpo. Morschel going forward. He is brought down, and it'll be a chance for Jamaica going forward. A couple of interesting notes when it comes to Jamaica. First of all, I mentioned some key players out for the Reggae Boys. Andre Blake, the normal goalkeeper, out injured. Important forwards also with Damari Gray and Leon Bailey not available for this match. Damari Gray playing his trade in Saudi Arabia with Al Ettifaq. Leon Bailey with Aston Villa. And also Ethan Pinnock, out injured as well, the Brentford defender. Chance, and there is a ball going forward there, just too far for Dormi Romero. And the pass of Heinz Morschel, the Hungarian-based midfielder wearing the number 8 for La República Dominicana. Played there by Junior Firpo, one of the new recruits for Marcelo Nevelef, the manager of Dominican Republic, wearing the number 3 on his back. As they get ready for the Olympic tournament, there's Jaime Hagrimson, manager of Jamaica. Recently appointed, actually appointed back in September of 2022. Mixed results so far, but right now it's all about the focus of World Cup qualifying for Jamaica. I figure Jamaica, a team at full strength, and you consider the fact that the United States, Mexico, and Canada are not going to be in the qualifying process as host nations. They have an excellent chance of getting to their second ever World Cup. Here is El Ruso, Marcelo Nevelef, the Argentine manager, who's been doing some recruiting to try and strengthen his squad, not only for the Olympics, but also for a run at a World Cup. Dominican Republic have never qualified for a World Cup. Lucas playing it up the pitch now in the middle. Daniel Johnson recovering it to Damian Lowe. And Deshaun Bernard in the pass from Michael Hector. There's Tavon Gray, Bernard, Michael Hector. Charlton athletic man now down the right side for Tavon Gray, New York City FC. Into some space, now playing it into space, down some right side from Michael Antonio, keeps it in. And no problem there as it rolls easily to the Cibao Football Club goalkeeper, Miguel Lloyd. While baseball is king in Dominican Republic, football is prince. That's still a very lofty position to be in the sporting community. Is Ronaldo Vasquez getting a touch onto the ball. Plays for Deportivo Guabirá. Bolivian football. Bolivian-based players, or 3 Bolivian-based players in the 11 for Dominican Republic. This one in for Morshall. Heinz Robert Morshall, born in Dominican Republic to German father and Dominican mother. Hence the name. Not too many Dominicans named Heinz with the last name Morshall. That explains it. Back to Jamali Waite. And some pressure here from the DR. Jamaica able to pass out of it. It looks like they will be as Gregory Lee. Now down the left side to Ronaldo Cephas and to Daniel Johnson. Daniel Johnson is going to have to be very busy in that central midfield role, especially to alleviate the pressure being an outlet for the defenders to pass out of whenever the Dominican Republic press high. It's throw in here for Cesar Garcia and for Morshall. This one all the way back to Miguel Lloyd. Now chested down in the midfield by the captain, Jan Lopez. I mentioned the 3 players based in Bolivia in the 11 for the Dominican Republic. Carlos Ventura wears the number 7, Ronaldo Vasquez, the number 10. Ventura playing for Oriente Petrolero. Vasquez for Deportivo Guabirá. And the captain, Juan Carlos Lopez, for Real Santa Cruz. And add to that a 4th one, Cesar Garcia, also plays for Oriente Petrolero. Bolivian football being well represented here. The squad by the Dominican Republic. Of course, Bolivia will be taking place in Copa America in a couple of days' time. It will take place in the United States. As brought down with Shamar Nicholson. And the referee, Drew Fisher, says foul in favor of the Reggae Boys. As I mentioned, after the national anthem, 2 islands, nations that have produced some of those beautiful best music in the world. Reggae Boys, Jamaica, and Dominican Republic. That bachata, merengue. If you want to get intimate, you play that dance with your love partner, some bachata, you be good to go. Set piece opportunity here for Jamaica. It'll be Bobby Reed. Reed, service over the head of everyone, looking for Cephas. Laid back in by Gregory Lee, headed out by Junior Firpo. Settled by Damian Lowe, the captain. Eventually cleared out. Going down is Tavon Gray. Now a transition opportunity here for Dominican Republic. Through the middle, Ronaldo Vasquez, unable to control it. Just missing the touch there for Los Quisqueyanos. And Daniel Johnson laying it all the way back to Deshaun Bernard. There is Damian Lowe, the captain. Daniel Johnson, head up looking. Trying to play it through for Michael Antonio. And settled. So far, no shots on target between these two teams in this Group E encounter. Start of World Cup qualifying for both Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. Down the left side, it's Cephas. Cephas with a burst, getting into the penalty area. Ronaldo Cephas! Sliding tackle late there. By Luis De Lucas. To prevent a shot on target there, but well done by Ronaldo Cephas. It's the Ankara Guju man testing the defense of the Dominican Republic. Here's an effort from long range, slipping, and no worries there for Lloyd in goal from Damian Lowe. Luis De Lucas sliding in very late there. The defender based in Cyprus, the AEL Limassol. Now a burst going forward here. The aforementioned Luis De Lucas. Now the ball into space here. Ederlin Reyes loses the ball. Damian Lowe with some pressure now from Lopez. Going down is Tavon Gray. And Tavon says, hey, where's the foul, ref? He's not happy about it. And Los Quisqueyanos pick up the possession. Here's Junior Firpo. Valencia man who was recruited by Marcelo Nevelev to play for the Dominican Republic. There's a foul as Daniel Johnson does not agree. And a set-piece opportunity here for La República Dominicana. Daniel Johnson, the Stoke City midfielder. Stoke City, second division of English football, the EFL Championship. Known as the Potters, no relation to Harry. And now 13th minute, opportunity here for Dominican Republic. This is Heinz Morschel. Might be bending it toward goal here. Let's see if Jamali White is forced, or Waite, I should say, Jamali Waite is forced into a save. Here's Morschel, bending it toward goal, right into the gloves of Jamali Waite. The El Paso Locomotive FC in the USL, United States Second Division. Chased down in the corner by Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed indeed tries to play it into the middle of the penalty area, and actually Marshall keeping it in. Party in the stands at the office. They got the cheerleaders going. They got the band. That's what you do there. That's what you call a festive atmosphere. You know, Caribbean Islanders can always make it fun. I want to say can. They always do make it fun. Heimer Hawkinson. Duplicate the feet. René Simoes, the Brazilian manager that led Jamaica to the World Cup in '98. This is a good long ball into space for Reyes. Ederlin Reyes looking in the middle for Ronaldo Vasquez, excuse me. Now headed down by De Lucas. De Lucas. Cefas. One in the midfield there by Romero. And now Jan Lopez for Morcel. Lopez loses the ball. Michael Antonio almost gets it back for Jamaica, but Christian Choisingir booting it up the pitch. Another kind of non-typical name for a Dominican player. Christian Choisingir. Based in Luxembourg with Differdange 03. Choisingir, born in the Dominican Republic. Austrian father, Dominican mother. Actually played with the Austrian youth international side and before deciding to play for the Dominican senior teams. Morcel with the footwork. And it leads to a corner kick opportunity here for the DR. You have Morcel with German father, Dominican mother, and you have Choisingir, Austrian father, Dominican mother. Gotta love the internationality of football. This is a surprising bending service here by Reyes. And now Jamaica looking to counter. Into space, the foot race, and it's gonna be won by Cefas. Cefas into the area. Cefas squaring for Nicholson. Goal! Bloop, 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 goal! Jamaica! Shamar Nicholson finishes the counterattack, and the Reggae Boys have the lead. 1-0 in Jamaica. And despite the efforts of Dorni Romero to hold back Reynaldo Cefas, the counterattack was on. And Nicholson, smooth finish there by the man who plies his trade in La France for Clermont, Shamar Nicholson. With his 17th goal in that beautiful Jamaican shirt. And it is 1-0 for the Reggae Boys. That is how you execute a counterattack off an opposition set piece, in that case a corner kick. And Jamaica taking care of business at the office, 1-0 for the Reggae Boys. Let's see how los Quisqueyanos of La República Dominicana respond. Good defending there by Tavon Gray. The throw in here by Junior Firpo. Firpo, the former Leeds Real Betis Barcelona man. Spain with the youth division, but now senior team for the Dominican Republic. This one service inside, looking for the head of Romero, as Dorni Romero elevating. Be difficult against those two big center backs of Jamaica. Actually, Jamaica playing, say, three in the back because you have Hector, Damian Lowe, and Bernard, but Damian Lowe's actually pushing higher up the pitch, kind of backing up or level with Daniel Johnson. It's kind of looking like a 4-2-2-2. I like to call that the mid-2000s Brasileirão formation, the 4-2-2-2. Good ball forward here down the right side. Vasquez getting a touch, and then bursting forward there was Romero. interesting formation, tactical setup there by Eimer Hallgrímsson, the Icelandic manager of Jamaica. As I mentioned before, trying to duplicate the feat by René Simões, the Brazilian manager that got Jamaica to the World Cup in 1998. The goal scorer, getting a touch, dropping it back now. Things are going to settle. This match was originally scheduled to be played at night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. But there were some issues with the lights at the stadium, and they were not up to Concacaf standards. And so the game had to be moved into daylight hours. That certainly changed the preparation. That's something Hallgrímsson mentioned. Changing the preparation here because obviously the temperature is going to be hotter. You have to go easier in terms of training on the day of the game, of the match, maybe even before the match. So causes some adjustments. But still hasn't been terribly and the temperature's high, but it looks to me like there is some cloud cover, so it's making it a little more bearable. Here's Luigi De Lucas in the middle, plenty of space here for Schweissinger, Christian Schweissinger. Tried to play it long for Romero and Dormi Romero, and it's given away. Here's Jamaica now, back on the move. And both of these teams looking up at Guatemala, who put on a 6-goal thriller. Quite a performance by Guatemala yesterday in Ciudad de Guatemala against Dominica. Not to be confused with Dominican Republic. Plenty of space here, wide open here on the left side for Jamaica. This is Cephas. Cephas tries to cut inside. Denied by Cesar Garcia. Delivery again. Johnson, and no worries, his opposite number, Heinz Marshall, reels it in, controls it. Ujpest, midfielder, and the Hungarian First Division. Ujpest, I think that's how you say it. I don't know how you say it in Hungarian, so I'm going to do my best and say Ujpest. Here's a touch for Deshaun Bernard. Ball up the top, settled by Michael Antonio. West Ham United. Here is the man that got the assist on the goal. Reinaldo Cephas lays it for Damian Lowe. Well wide for the captain of the Reggae Boys. Damian Lowe of the Philadelphia Union, his teammate Andre Blank, the goalkeeper, the usual number 1, out due to injury. Shout out to all the Philadelphia Union fans. Keep scoring them goals at home. Keep doing the dupe. Although I've mentioned before, when they score goals, they should change the song to Philadelphia Freeways, What We Do, because that song is amazing. And let's see if we can see some more amazing football here from Jamaica and Dominican Republic. Create some amazing football here as well. As Cesar Garcia connects with Ronaldo Vasquez. Vasquez stays on his feet. Well done there. Gets it to the captain, Lopez. Lopez switching sides there for Ederlin Reyes. Overlapping is De Lucas. Reyes, little hesitant. Holding the ball up. Finally gets it back to Lopez, the captain. Looking for Vasquez. Out wide to Romero. Back to Vasquez in the penalty area. And the turn. And the shot is blocked. And it's going to be a goal kick for Jamaica. Actually, not a bad spell of possession there for Dominican Republic. Just cannot get the turn toward goal. As Ronaldo Vasquez mentioned, one of the 4 players on the squad here in the 11, based in Bolivia. The ball played for Michael Antonio. Drops it back for Deshaun Bernard. A couple of English-based players there linking up. Well, that's a great through ball here. Reyes is in the area. Reyes! Across the face of goal. Is Vasquez gonna keep it in? Nope, but it's gonna be a corner kick for República Dominicana. Is Edarlin Reyes. Dominican born, actually came up and developed in the U.S. schools of Boca Juniors. So there's a chance, the header elevating there, but just missing it is Romero. And Garcia tried to play it back into the area. Reyes, the number 11, had some time in some development programs in the United States with Boca Juniors, the legendary Argentine club. And it appears we're going to have time for a hydration break. Absolutely. De Lucas having some words with Drew Fisher. Hydration break here at the office with the Reggae Boys up 1-0 thanks to Shamar Nicholson in the 16th minute. The assist by Reynaldo Cephas, and the Clermont-based forward having some words there with some of the assistants. Yeah, absolutely, especially when you have moved the game from nighttime to day. You definitely need a hydration break. This is well done here. The pass here by Bobby Reed into space for Cephas was great, and then he's able to shake off Romero, and after that, that's just a red carpet pass to Nicholson, who puts it over the line into the back of the net. Bobby Reed to Cephas to Nicholson. As good as it gets. Shamar Nicholson making it 1-0 for Jamaica. With the recent call-up here for these 2 World Cup qualifiers for Jamaica, Nicholson has the most goals. He is the highest goal scorer on the squad. We're still as a couple of, about halfway to the record held by Luton Shelton. 35 goals for Jamaica. And you see them people getting loose in the stands? Yeah, man, this is fun. It's always a party at the office, especially when their team takes the lead very early. Group E encounter. Next round of matches, match day 2. Oh, we'll talk about that in just a second. Is Bobby Reed able to steal the ball and dispossess De Lucas, and De Lucas battling back to prevent further progress from Bobby Reed, the Fulham forward. Match day 2. See the British Virgin Islands in play. They'll be at home against Guatemala as Waite lays it to Bernard, and it takes a deflection. But ball coming back, and it's offside against Dorni Romero. Dominica and Jamaica will be playing in Windsor Park on the 9th. Dominican Republic, after this match, won't have another match until the 11th. About 5 days' time. That will be against the British Virgin Islands. British Virgin Islands getting to this round of World Cup qualifying by defeating the U.S. Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands all together. But I digress, as we are in the 30th minute. Ball headed down by John Lopez. Good touch by Romero. Tried to get it back from Everlyn Reyes. Bobby Reed in the middle to the goal scorer, Nicholson. Damian Lowe loses the ball to Morshall. Now Morshall playing it into space down the left side for Ventura. Carlos Ventura. Back to Morshall. Reyes overlapping. Playing it back across the goal there, and a chance there for Romero. Misses the touch, and now Jamaica on the break and the counter. Here is Shamar Nicholson. Head up looking, he's got Antonio. Bobby Reed through the middle, plays it instead out wide to the man that assisted on the goal, Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas, a couple of step-over moves, faced up by Cesar Garcia, looping inside for Reed. Reed trying to make the turn, but De Lucas right on top of him. Bobby Reed in the area. Passes it out. Controlled by Greg Lee. Michael Hector. The captain, Damian Lowe. Here's Michael Antonio down the right side. Denied and stopped in his tracks by Junior Firpo. Twisting and turning, there's Lowe. Tried to filter it through there for Antonio. Antonio brought down. That's going to be a free kick just outside the penalty area. Jamaica looking for goal number 2. And laughs exchange between Antonio and Firpo as Firpo knew that he had fouled him. Battling for position there, pulling him down. Michael Antonio, big man. I get Romelu Lukaku vibes when I see Michael Antonio. Both look like they could play linebacker in the NFL. But instead they play the real football. Set piece opportunity here for Jamaica. Three men standing over the ball. Daniel Johnson, the number 8. Bobby Reed, the number 10. Shamar Nicholson, the goal scorer, the number 11. They're all deciding who's going to take it, where the ball is going to go, how to bend it. This is all about placement and precision. Carlos Ventura. No relation to Johnny Ventura. It's going to be Nicholson here. Here's Shamar. Bend it over the wall, around the wall here, to the left of Miguel Lloyd. Oh, it's Reed! Goes just wide. It looked like Miguel Lloyd had it covered. Still an excellent effort from Bobby Reed. Wide there, and Miguel Lloyd had it covered. It was the right idea, just missed it. Very good effort from there from the Fulham midfielder. Well done by Michael Hector. Jamaica, Shamar Nicholson's goal in the 16th minute. Have the lead, looking for 3 points, level them on points in the table with Guatemala. Guatemala yesterday beating Dominica 6-0 at the Estadio Nacional. Mateo Guamuch Flores. Stunning performance against Dominica. Looking to play it long and goes off the back of his teammates, Heinz Morschel. And now Antonio faced up there by Da Lucas, but managed to keep the possession. Now Bobby Reed swarmed by 2 players, with Junior Firpo lurking behind Morschel and De Lucas. And the throw in here for Jamaica. Morschel, good pass. Good touch there by Vasquez. Good touch there again by Reyes, and now an opportunity Castellanos going forward. Here's Carlos Ventura. Ventura head up looking. Short pass in the middle for Vasquez. Vasquez turns the shot! And it sails over the crossbar. No threat to Jamali Waite in goal, but still. Good movement there. Promising football there from Dominican Republic. This is something that Heimer Hallgrimsson, the manager of Jamaica, was talking about. The fact that Dominican Republic have the players and have the type of football that can make those short passes, create opportunities, be lethal with their precision and their movement. There's one in the air by Schweissinger. Foul whistled in favor of Dominican Republic. You can see Jean Lopez, the captain, wants to play it quickly. He does. One touch there. Daniel Johnson dropping back. I knew there was going to be a track and field name that pops in my head there. I mean, Jamaica is the land of the best sprinters, let's be honest. Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price, and of course, the greatest sprinter of all time, Usain Bolt. I see Michael Johnson is... a track and field thing was going to come in my head anyway. Heinz Morshall, poor touch, and possession now in favor of Jamaica. It's Tavon Gray. He's putting in some work down that right side of the attack for Jamaica. Morshall, good touch, plenty of space there in the middle for Reyes. Back to Morshall, now quickly to Ventura. Ventura, Reyes making the run. Ventura tried to get it to him, but Gray was in the way. Now it's Lopez with the chance. And sends it well over the goal, defended by Jamali Waite. Flying his trade professionally in the USL with El Paso Locomotive. To the squad as the goalkeeper with the injury in the absence of Andre Blake. Johnson winning the ball in the midfield. Daniel Johnson and De Lucas as well to put pressure on the midfield of Jamaica. Morshall goes down. It's going to be a foul. Damian Lowe running into it. Looks like just said he fouled me first. Marshall came in first. The whistle actually was in favor of Damian Lowe. You can see the referee, Drew Fisher, point toward in favor of Jamaica. And then Marshall just going down after the contact, after the foul. Came in a little bit reckless there. So out comes the magic spray. Marshall making just his 9th appearance for La República Dominicana. As I mentioned before, born on the island, born in Dominican Republic to a German father and Dominican mother. And the band is in full effect here at the National Stadium in Kingston, the capital city of the great island nation of Jamaica. School is out, right? School is over. They have this game right after school lets out. Man, that band is good. That band in the stands could give some of those HBCU bands a run for their money. Heinz Marshall, let's see if he'll be able to continue. They gave him a magic spray, but he is slow to get up. I wonder if maybe something got twisted or bent in an awkward position. Obviously, I don't think there was anything intentional or dirty on the part of Damian Lowe, the captain. Marshall. Try to walk it off. I don't think he'll be able to continue here. And so Marcelo Nevelev will have to make a substitution in that midfield. Marshall was very critical for Dominican Republic in terms of distributing through the midfield, holding the possession. It's Michael Antonio now playing it out wide, looking to connect with Tavon Gray. Ventura getting some help with Junior Firpo on the left side of the defense. Tavon Gray having some comical words to exchange with Junior Firpo. Let's see if the number 8 of the Dominican Republic is back on the pitch. Yep, he is back on the pitch, so that's good. Still limping a little bit, but appears to be okay. There's Dortny Romero. And battling there with Deshaun Bernard. And Romero clutching his right ankle. So not much, there's not much turf there between, much green there between the athletics track and the playing surface. Did Romero maybe chasing the ball, get his boot caught up on the pitch there on the athletic track surface? And bent it a little bit, don't know. It appears to be okay. Less than 5 minutes remaining here. Independence Park, the National Stadium, the office. Jamaica up 1-0 offside. As Ronaldo Cephas going for goal, but he was offside. He certainly has used his pace and timing and intelligence on that left side of the attack for Jamaica to cause problems for the defense. La República Dominicana. By the way, if you're wondering, in Group E of the second round of World Cup qualifying, Dominica will play Dominican Republic. That'll be in June of 2025, in the last match day. That could be interesting for those of us who might be doing commentary of that match. We shall see. That's still a year away. This one played through the middle by John Lopez and Carlos Lopez. Too long there trying to connect with Edarlin Reyes. Dominican players complaining that Waite is holding the ball too long. And Jamali is waiting too long to play it forward. The error is a foul in favor of Jamaica as Christian Schweisinger complaining. Did he bring down here? Looks like wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Definitely a foul. You can see the left arm there of Schweisinger bringing down Shamar Nicholson, but Nicholson has to sell it in order to draw the foul from the referee, Drew Fisher. Hey, Nicholson, it's a pretty good last name when it comes to acting. So Shamar might have taken some acting lessons from Jack when it comes to that foul. 4 minutes will be added on here in first half stoppage time. Quick pass here, and it's Romero. Romero! Brought down by his opposite number as Damian Lowe, the captain, tracks back to prevent the goal. But it was a quick turnover, quick change of possession in the midfield in favor of La República Dominicana. And Dortny Romero. See, the ball is given away by Deshaun Bernard. That leaves open that space, and Damian Lowe does very well to track back for the quick one-touch pass by Marshall to play Romero into space. Dortny Romero, wearing the number 17, based in Kazakhstan with Aktobe, FC Aktobe. gonna make a Borat reference, but that movie came out like 10 years ago, so it'd be outdated. 45th minute with 4 minutes added on. Here's the number 4, Cesar Garcia, tracking it back, playing it back to Miguel Lloyd. Back to Garcia. Controls it, calmly booting it up the pitch, trying to connect there with Ronaldo Vasquez, and he draws the foul on Michael Hector. Michael Hector. Good sportsmanship all around between these two sides. Here's Schweissinger. Pressure on John Lopez from Daniel Johnson. Now played down the right side by Ederlin Reyes. Plenty of space here for Lopez. Lopez goes down and he wants a penalty. He will not get it. Drew Fisher says continue on. And now a chance for Jamaica going forward. There's a burst down the left side by Cephas. Is Ronaldo Cephas. First yellow card of the match issued in the first minute of first half stoppage time. I believe it's Giancarlos Lopez. We'll get confirmation of that. As they had to pull the shirt there of Ronaldo Cephas in order to prevent him from possibly creating another goal for Jamaica. Clean match so far here at the National Stadium at Independence Park. So it will be Ronaldo Vasquez with the tarjeta amarilla, as they say in Spanish. The yellow card in the first minute of first half stoppage time. Shamar Nicholson, his goal in the 16th minute. For Jamaica, the difference so far, giving the Reggae Boys what would be the 3 points for now. Still another 45 minutes left. Deshaun Bernard from Michael Hector. Back to Bernard. Deshaun looking for someone, finds Tavon Gray. Michael Antonio. Back to Nicholson, to Damian Lowe, who has burst forward. The ball is given away, and now Ederlin Reyes going forward. Oh, he almost got it through, but the rebound, the deflection, goes back to Reyes. With the momentum going toward goal, quickly played by Vasquez. And the yellow card given. And he's pointing at Damian Lowe. Drew Fisher, the Canadian referee in charge. And so the Jamaican captain picks up a yellow card in the 3rd minute of the first half stoppage time. Goal kick opportunity here, so lost chance here for Dominican Republic to take advantage. Those two got into it a little bit. Low and Marshall. Ooh. That hurts. Gregory Lee. Definitely got a huge chunk of the ankle of Ronaldo Vasquez. I mentioned before that Lowe and Marshall entangled a little bit. And Marshall had to come off the pitch. Those two are going to be going at it for the rest of the match. The number 17 in gold and green, and the number 18 white and red and blue. Now drop back to Christian Schweissinger. Miguel Lloyd. This is Luigi De Lucas. A little bit of head tennis, and then eventually settled here by Cephas. Cephas, plenty of space going forward. He has Garcia on his back heel. Michael Antonio, nope. Cephas continued with it. I thought the pass was going to go to Antonio, but Cephas continued. Now Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed indeed to Cephas. Cephas cutting inside. The penalty, no! No penalty given. And that will do it for the first half. A little bit of excitement toward the end there, as Jamaica thought they had a penalty, but it was not the case. But the Reggae Boys still have the lead 1-0 heading into halftime in this World Cup qualifier between Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. The second half should be fascinating from Kingston. Here's the best action from the first 45 minutes at Independence Park in the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. The office where the Reggae Boys usually take care of business. This is the goal here. Corner kick for Dominican Republic. Bobby Reed playing it out wide to Ronaldo Cephas. He's able to shake off a defender and lay it off easily for Shamar Nicholson. Maybe the easiest goal he has ever scored in a Jamaica shirt. Good times at Kingston, 1-0 for the Reggae Boys. But the Dominican Republic did respond with some good movement. This one between Marshall and Ederlin Reyes and Romero. Dorni Romero just missing a touch toward goal. And then this free kick opportunity bending wide by Bobby Reed. And Dominican Republic trailing 1-0, but still able to generate some good chances. They just have The beautiful view of the National Stadium of Jamaica in the capital of Kingston as the debut of the Dominican Republic in Jamaica in World Cup qualifying. This is the second round of Concacaf Qualifiers, and after the first 45 minutes, it is the Reggae Boys with the 1-0 advantage thanks to Shamar Nicholson in the 16th minute. Assist by Ronaldo Cephas. What will the response be of the Dominicans, of the La República Dominicana, over the next 45 minutes? That will be the task of their Argentine manager, Marcelo Nevelev, also known as El Ruso. As for Jamaica, how will they respond in terms of countering the moves made by the Dominican Republic in the next 45 minutes? And we will have a substitution here at halftime as Karoy Anderson will step onto the pitch for Jamaica. I believe it will be Damian Lowe who will come off here for the Reggae Boys as the captain will make his way off the pitch. He picked up a yellow card in the second minute of first half stoppage time. He might have picked up a knock as well after getting tangled up there by Heinz Morschel. I'm gonna stop trying to use the word entangle for obvious reasons. There's Luis De Lucas rolling on to the pitch, wearing the number 23, made famous by one of the greatest athletes of all time, Michael Jordan. But he didn't play football, he played basketball. Also looks like for Dominican Republic, Edison Ascona has stepped onto the pitch as well. We will get confirmation for who. Edison Ascona plays for interesting changes made at halftime for both of these teams. Edison Ascona so it will be Damian Lowe that comes off for Karoy Anderson, and it'll be Carlos Ventura who makes way for Edison Ascona. Interesting changes made at halftime for both of these managers. And let's see how this will affect the attack going forward for both of these squads. The Canadian referee Drew Fisher has blown the whistle, and the second half is underway at the office. Jamaica, they are the home side, debuting their new kits. They are in the yellow and green and black. They'll be attacking from right to left. La República Dominicana, los Quisqueyanos in the white kits with the blue numbers, and I guess you could say the red trim on the side of the shorts, moving from left to right. It'll be Jamaica from right to left, Dominican Republic from left to right. I'm George DeMattelis. Thank you very much for joining us for this Concacaf World Cup qualifier from the beautiful Caribbean nation of Jamaica. After substitutions, so officially halftime substitutions for Dominican Republic. Number 21, Edison Ascona, who plays for Inter Miami, has come on, and Karoy Anderson of Charlton Athletic replaces the captain Damian Lowe. With those substitutions coming on at halftime. Early whistle called in favor of Dominican Republic, who trail 1-0 after Shamar Nicholson's goal in the 16th minute. Drew Fisher, the Canadian referee, in charge in red and black. That red, very Canadian, Mike, with the Canadian maple leaf flag, red and white. So kind of appropriate, the top there for Drew Fisher. He is assisted by fellow Canadians Christopher William, Lais Arfa, and the fourth official is Philip Dujic. We'll get to the 22 on the pitch in just a second here. Let's see what Juan Lopez, the captain, can provide in terms of the service. Hector flying in, missed the header. Eventually played off Michael Antonio. Mentioned Edson Ascona, graduate of the Inter Miami Youth Academy. On loan at Las Vegas Lights. Number 10 in the Dominican International. Wearing number 21 for this encounter. He is on the right side. Looks like him and Ronaldo Vasquez have switched sides. Here's a run there by Gregory Lee. Now played into space and then galloping, getting the stride going there is Ronaldo Cephas, who keeps it in. Then runs right into Cesar Garcia. Well done. Now here's Heinz Morschel, the Inter Miami man on loan from to USL side Las Vegas Lights. I've seen in Las Vegas Lights uniform, their shirt kit, really interesting, very creative. Marshall now on the left side for Junior Firpo. A touch by Reyes from Marshall, twisting and turning, gets it to Firpo. One touch to Reyes. Oh, he tried to connect there with Romero. It was the right idea, just a bit too wide, and then good pressure in the midfield there by Lopez to prevent Jamaica from going forward. So the 11 on the pitch for the Reggae Boys. If Tavon Gray as the right back. The two center backs are Deshaun Bernard, the number 6, and Michael Hector, the number 3. Left back is Gregory Lee, throwing the ball in. You have Daniel Johnson in the central midfield role, just in front of the defense, the back line of 4, alongside Karoy Anderson. And you have Michael Antonio and Shamar Nicholson up top, with Bobby Reed on the right and Ronaldo Cephas on the left. That appears to be the tactical setup for Heimir Hallgrímsson, the Icelandic manager of the Reggae Boys. Looking to build on their lead here, and with the victory level on points with Guatemala, who put up 6 yesterday in the capital of Guatemala against Dominica. Not to be confused with Dominican Republic, although people from Dominica are Dominican and people from the Dominican Republic are Dominican. I'm confused myself, so let's just get back to the football. 51st minute. We'll run down the 11 for Los Quisqueyanos in just a second here. Let's see what they can do in this attack. Reyes expecting the run from Firpo. Did not happen. So, La República Dominicana, it's Miguel Lloyd is the goalkeeper. Playing 3 in the back with Cesar Garcia on the right, the number 4. Christian Schweisinger in the middle. And then Luis De Lucas on the left. Here is Ascona. Ascona looking to connect with Vasquez. And in the midfield there, Lopez. So I mentioned that back 3 of Garcia, Schweisinger, and Luis De Lucas. There he is, the number 23. Out wide on the left is Junior Firpo. I think isn't one predominantly right-sided player. It's been pretty fluid there, although now Ascona is on the right. Firpo on the left, Ascona on the right. Here's a chance for Michael Antonio. Antonio. And out of bounds in favor of Dominican Republic. So it's Ascona, right wing back position. Garcia, Schweisinger, De Lucas, and Firpo on the left. Double pivot midfield of Marshall and Lopez. 8 and 14 respectively on their backs. And then you have Dorni Romero and Rolando Vasquez, with Ederlin Reyes moving higher up the pitch, wearing the number 11 and floating to the left side there as a yellow card is issued here. It's going to be Daniel Johnson, picks up the yellow card here, the Stoke City man. Picking up the yellow card in the 52nd minute. Second yellow for a Reggae boy. Damian Lowe picked up the first one in first half stoppage time, but he has been subbed off for Karoy Anderson. And Dominican Republic just finding it very difficult to break through the defense of Jamaica. Missing some key players, especially if we talk about in the back, Ethan Pinnock. Not available. Two important players in the attack with Demarai Gray and Leon Bailey. Of course, Andre Blake, and yet they're still managing to keep a clean sheet against this Dominican Republic side. Have shown flashes of really putting together some attractive and good possession heavy football. Just hasn't been consistent for Marcelo Neve left side. Now just down by Ascona. Ascona battling with Daniel Johnson, and Johnson has a yellow card and he knows it. That's why he kept his hand up there to try and avoid what could be contact that could lead to a second yellow. Dominican Republic, of course, would love to qualify for the World Cup, but on the mind of Nevelef is the upcoming Olympic football tournament in Paris. They are in Group C with Egypt, Spain, and Uzbekistan, trying to recruit some more players to fill out that squad. There's a yellow card. That is going to be on the captain. Or was it on Morshall? I thought it was on Lopez, Juan Carlos Lopez, or Jean Carlos Lopez. Nope, it's on Morshall. Pulling the shirt, no doubt. Absolutely. So Heinz Morshall in the 54th minute. Jamaica building the attack going forward. There's De Lucas. I was going to say dispossessed by Nicholson. He does. Shamar Nicholson keeping it in. Shamar Nicholson has he's got the name of a couple of actors, Shamar Moore and Jack Nicholson. I don't know why I bring that up. That just popped in my head. And he's the man that has the goal so far. I mentioned Dominican Republic, their campaign for the Olympic tournament to recruit some players to help out the team. We'll talk about that in just a second. There's Daniel Johnson here. Gonna send this one into the area. Left-footed service inside, no problem there. Is De Lucas clearing it out. Settled in the midfield there by Deshaun Bernard. Ascona with a touch, gets it back from Cesar Garcia. Holding the ball up, being pressured there by Cephas, and it chops it all the way back to Miguel Lloyd. Luis De Lucas. There is Ederlin Reyes. Nice touch there by Romero to get it into space to Ascona. Ascona lifting it long, looking for Dorni Romero. Right into the gloves of Jamali Waite. Dominican Republic, they were able to get Junior Firpo, Spanish Youth International. Oh, into space here, Nicholson, and Miguel Lloyd coming off of his line with a little Daniel San karate kick, crane kick to clear it out. Done by Miguel Lloyd. Might have to call him Miyagi Lloyd after that. Here is Cephas in the area. Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas' shot is blocked by Giancarlos Lopez. Let's see if Dominican Republic can turn this one into a counterattack transition. No. After Vasquez was handled by Michael Hector, and eventually Jamaica recovered the possession as the captain's armband looks like it's moved to Bobby Reed. Damian Lowe substituted at halftime. Dominican Republic trying to recruit Mariano Diaz. Mariano, the former Real Madrid and Lyon man, currently with Sevilla. Has never appeared for Spain. He's born in Dominican Republic, trying to get him to play for the Dominican Republic for the Olympics. And also Peter Gonzalez of Valencia. So Marcelo Nevelev, not just working on the tactics of the players on the team, but also trying to recruit talent for the team as well. That's part of a national team manager, right? Is not only just training the side to be effective tactically on the pitch, but getting the talent as well. A mistake there by Michael Hector puts the ball at the feet of Ronaldo Vasquez. Vasquez waiting for some help. He had Romero, but also 3 Jamaican defenders dropping back. Vasquez, and going down there with the contact, Dorni Romero, after making contact there with Michael Hector. Or if you say it with the accent, Michael Hector. Dorni Romero has had a difficult time creating any kind of opportunity with Michael Hector and Deshaun Bernard lurking in the middle of that Jamaican defense. Here's a chance for Vasquez. His shot is blocked by Hector. It's going to be a corner kick opportunity for los Quisqueyanos. As El Ruso Nevelev, pointing to his temples as if to say, think, gentlemen. Well, he wouldn't say it in English. He'd probably say it in Spanish. Piensa, piensa. And now, Ronaldo Vasquez. Ronaldo wearing the number 10. You know he's got to be footballs in your blood if that's the case. Here's a service out swinger, and it's going to be a foul. And Jamaica regains the possession without any shot on target given away. As the referee, Drew Fisher of Canada. Of course, Canada were the top team in Concacaf World Cup qualifying for the Qatar World Cup that took place a couple of years ago, 2022 to be precise. And now one of the host nations for the expanded World Cup in 2026. Looking forward to seeing how Canada perform this upcoming World Cup. Pass through the middle here for Karoy Anderson. Now gets it out wide to Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed indeed taking on a couple of defenders. Bobby Reed back to Karoy Anderson. Now in the middle for Michael Antonio, having to deal with 3 Dominican defenders. Antonio still with it. Substitution getting ready to come on for República Dominicana. Ronaldo Cephas battling Edinson Ascona, and Edinson Ascona wins it. As the possession going back to Dominican Republic. And Ronaldo Cephas has had a difficult time in kind of tight spaces. When he has a little more space to open up his stride, he's been deadly, but in tight spaces it's been more difficult. Ascona, on the couple of occasions it's gone 1v1 against Cephas, has done very well. And so Ronaldo Vasquez will be replaced in the 61st minute. And it'll be Rafael Mata, the Almeria forward, wearing the number 9, that will come on. So he comes on that right side. So let's see if he can combine with Ascona on that left side of the attack for La República Dominicana. Shout out to all the great people from the island of Hispaniola. Dominican Republic's on the west side. And of course, my people. Oh no, my bad. Switch that. Haiti's on the west side, and Dominicans on the left and the east. Ooh, and I gotta My geography is all messed up. My geography went south on that occasion. And Schweisinger. All the way back to Miguel Lloyd. Mentioned Rafael Mata. Plays for Almeria. By way of Elche. As far as I know, no relation to Juan Mata. Former Manchester United and Spanish international. So past the hour mark here at the National Stadium in Kingston. Jamaica up 1-0 thanks to a goal in the 16th minute by Shamar Nicholson. Nicholson, the 17th goal in a Jamaican shirt. Now just 18 away from Luton Shelton's record of 35. The turn there by Karoy Anderson. Michael Antonio, and he misjudges it there. Missed opportunity by the West Ham forward to build something forward for Jamaica. Junior Firpo. Whoever Junior Firpo's barber is, should get paid double. I mean, his haircut is looking smooth. 63 minutes and it's still tight. Gotta like that. Oh, great touch there by Shamar Nicholson. And the man who's named after two actors. Not acting like a forward, he is playing like a real forward, and tremendous player for Clermont. The French top flight. Now trying to put some pressure there on Schweisinger. To Cesar Garcia. A good ball into space there by Daniel Johnson for Cephas. Cephas head up looking. Bobby Reed inside makes a run. Step over moves from Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas to the middle. Blocked his chance shot by Heinz Morschel, and the ball trickles out of bounds. Oh, Ronaldo Cephas creating something there. Does well. Look, he's got Garcia on skates. Gets around two players, but Morschel timing it perfectly to get that leg out to prevent the shot on target. And Ronaldo Cephas, based in Turkey with Ankara Gücü in the Super League. Certainly has done well on that left side of the attack for Jamaica. As I mentioned, when he gets a little bit of space where he can really open up his stride, that's when he looks dangerous. Here is Morschel to Giancarlos Lopez. A touch there by Rafael Mata. Mata cutting inside to his left. Now gets it to Morschel. Great touch to Reyes. Back into the middle looking for Morschel. But it takes a deflection and into the gloves of Jamali Waite. That's the kind of football that Heimer Hallgrimsson, the manager of Jamaica, was talking about, that the Dominican Republic can produce. Took a deflection off of Tavon Gray. And Jamali Waite comfortably making the play on the ball, but still, you have to like the potential that the Dominican Republic have. This is going to be a yellow card. I believe it's going to be on Michael Hector here. That might just be an accumulation of fouls there as Michael Hector is down, or at least crouching over. Let's see. Yeah, knee in the back and then a push on Dorni Romero. And I think Andrew Fisher, the referee in charge, has had enough of Hector's physical play. So Michael Hector going into the book, 66th minute. Now let's see, this is a good opportunity here. Set piece, free kick chance here for La República Dominicana. The land of one of my favorite artists, El Alfa. Man, his music is great. Always makes me laugh. Maduro. Okay, sorry, I had to say that. All right, the captain, Giancarlos Lopez. Delivery, back post. And that one looked kind of threatening. The Real Santa Cruz man in the first division of Bolivian football in Bolivia. Pretty dangerous there. You know what? If he hits a little bit differently, that might have picked up the top corner to the right of Jamali Waite. I mean, he didn't miss by much. That was a decent effort there by Giancarlos Lopez, the 30-year-old midfielder. For this recent squad call-up is the man with the most appearances for Dominican Republic of all the players called into the squad for these qualifiers by Marcelo Nevelev. Here's Ederlin Reyes to Junior Firpo. Delivery over the head of everyone. Is it? Oh, no, thought it might have curled and stayed in, but no, it went out. New World Cup qualifying process with the expansion of the World Cup. There's 2 changes about to come on here for Jamaica. It'll be the number 5, Richard King of Jamaican club Cavalier FC, and looks like number 21, Deshane Beckford, getting ready to step on. The USL-based Deshane Beckford from Montego Bay, from Mo Bay. See who they replace. Wouldn't be surprised if it's Hector that comes off for Richard King. And Deshane Beckford is the forward there. Maybe Michael Antonio. Shamar Nicholson is the goal scorer. We'll see. This is a good turn here by Greg Lee. Greg Lee, the tightrope down the sideline. He is upset. He get the call to go his way. He thought he was fouled. Yeah, he thought he was fouled. And Greg Lee of Oxford United. Second division of English football, the EFL Championship. By the way, EFL Championship is very exciting. I had the pleasure of covering it a couple of seasons in. Get to the playoff. It's a long regular season, but the playoff is intense. The EFL Championship certainly is an exciting league. And obviously, to get promoted to the English Premier League is a big deal. Not just in terms of prestige, but for the bank account as well. Lots of quid. And he comes again promoted. The substitutions for Heimir Hallgrimsson, as it is going to be. Michael Hector is walking off the pitch here, so he will be replaced in the 71st minute by King. Ooh, I got one right. I almost never get that right. Michael Hector with the yellow card. And Daniel Johnson will come off and will be replaced by Deshane Beckford. Double substitution here. The 71st minute for Jamaica. With under 20 minutes remaining here at the office. Shamar Nicholson with the long goal of the match is Reyes. Tried to play it inside with Cesar Garcia making a run. And here is Edison Ascona. Ascona with the switch out wide to Rafael Mata. And now here comes Jamaica on the break. It's Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas gets around the sliding tackle. But De Lucas, it's going to be a penalty for Jamaica. Luigi De Lucas has to fly all the way over from the left side to stop Cephas, who had evaded the tackle of Gian Lopez. And Luigi De Lucas not only gives up the penalty, but also sees yellow as well. And it's a chance for Jamaica to go up 2-0. This is how they scored the first goal, on the counterattack, on the break, clearly inside the penalty area. The Lucas does not get the ball. Clever by Cephas to lift the ball right just before De Lucas slides in. Definitely contacted the penalty area, no doubt about it. And now the spot shot opportunity. Bobby Reed. So it's Bobby de Cordova Reed. Took over the captain's armband for Damian Lowe when he was subbed off at halftime. Bobby Reed! Denied! Miguel Lloyd! Big time save from the Cibao goalkeeper. Miguel Lloyd. Well done here. This is not a poor penalty. It's just well saved and well done by Miguel Lloyd. Extending out, goes the right direction, gets his left hand out to slap it away. And that comes right before the cooling break there. Huge save here in the 73rd minute by Miguel Lloyd of Cibao Football Club in the Dominican First Division. And so Dominican Republic, Los Quisqueyanos, still have a chance to at least get a point. Well, this certainly adds some drama to this match. I thought for sure maybe Shamar Nicholson would take the penalty, him or Antonio. They're both center forwards, although number 10s usually have excellent control, but save there by Miguel Lloyd. Did it also go off the post as well? I don't know for sure, but I think it was Miguel Lloyd that made the save. Got contact on the ball, whatever the case. It's a huge play there. The 41-year-old goalkeeper does very well. Miguel Lloyd, plenty of experience from his time in Argentina with Talleres and Racing Club de Avellaneda. Time in Panama with Árabe Unido. Bulk of his career with Árabe Unido, 6 seasons, over 250 matches for Pichi. He played in Trinidad with W Connection. And with a lot of experience, the long-time #1 goalkeeper for Dominican Republic. Since 2004. That's a long time. So now how will the Dominican Republic respond here after that massive save by Miguel Lloyd? And how will Jamaica respond? The Shane Beckford chasing it down. Bodied off the ball there by De Lucas, or excuse me, by Junior Firpo. And the man of the moment is Miguel Lloyd. Hasn't really had much to do throughout the course of this match. Obviously, can't blame him for the goal in the first half in the 16th minute. But when he came through, when they needed him to come through, he did. So now his teammates have to respond. It's Mata chasing it down. Faced up by Greg Lee. Now the service inside, slapped away by Jamali White, excuse me. Could have probably done better to catch it there. There was no one really close to him to head the ball on, but still, well done by Rafael Mata to test the young Jamali Waite. And now Edison Ascona is going to put his boot into this one there. You get the sense that the Dominican Republic feeling confident, feeling that they may be able to get a goal here and stun the crowd here at Kingston. They call this stadium, the National Stadium, the office, because Jamaica often takes care of business in this stadium, in this building. This one floated in, headed down by Marshall. They want a handball, Dominican Republic. They will not get it. From Andrew Fisher, the referee. Here is Mata. To Reyes, lifting it up with his heel, headed out there by Michael King. Controlled by Ascona. Back to Firpo. Firpo out wide on the left. This is De Lucas. De Lucas service inside. Defensive header by Lee. Marshall trying to play it through. Should be a corner kick here for Dominican Republic. And also a handball. But Karoy Anderson, look, stands right in front of Marshall and says, "You see where my hands were? My hands were like that." What the second half we have here. I need someone to explain to me why these players keep putting holes in the back of their socks. I don't know if it's for air, I don't know why, but I might have to research that. This is the service over the head of Schweissinger. Again, looking inside for Schweissinger, marked by his opposite number, Michael King. And now Jamaica, this is where they are dangerous on the break. And that man that poses the most danger on the break is Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas inside. Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas trickles wide. He had Deshane Beckford to pass it to as well, but he went for glory himself and he just missed it. Luis De Lucas might have got a touch onto it to prevent a goal. Twisting and turning. No, it was Miguel Lloyd, the goalkeeper, that got a hand onto it there to prevent the goal. Well done again by the Dominican Republic goalkeeper, El Portero Quisqueyano. And that got a rise out of the crowd. I think even the drums stopped in anticipation of a second goal. And now let's see. Bobby Reed, who missed the penalty, denied and kept out by Lloyd in the 73rd minute. Ending service, elevating in the air was Greg Lee. And almost keeping it in is Karoy Anderson. And I get the impression, hopefully, I don't have the commentator's curse, but I get the idea or the impression that we're going to have a furious finish here. And did Cesar Garcia land awkwardly there? Looked like Cesar Garcia, the number 4, is limping and fell down, landed awkwardly in a bit of the turf. Came up when he landed. There's the man with the lone goal, and it is going to be Kahim Dixon, probably to come on for Shamar Nicholson. And so the man named after, who has named the 2 actors, will be replaced by Kahim Dixon of Arnett Gardens, one of the big teams in Jamaican First Division football. As far as I know, the other one being Portmore United, if I remember correctly. So there is young Kahim Dixon, just 19 years of age. And Shamar Nicholson with some great advice. There it is, 82nd minute. The goal scorer, Shamar Nicholson, replaced by Kahim Dixon. Dixon wearing the number 7. Here's where Garcia got hurt here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, you see when he went to plant, that left ankle twisted. Looks like also coming onto the pitch there, Brian Ademan, replacing Cesar Garcia. As Garcia dealing with that injury, with that left ankle that twisted. And now a chance again. Oh, will young Kahim Dixon get a chance here? Oh, almost. I think the crowd would love to see the teenager, the 19-year-old Kahim Dixon, get a goal. He would love that as well. So a couple of substitutions made due to, well, Garcia due to injury, Nicholson, I think, just to fatigue and cramps. This is a good through ball, good vision there by Edarlin Reyes. Settled there in the midfield there by Deshane Beckford. Brian Ademan, 21 years of age. Plies his trade in Spain in the lower divisions with Club Deportivo Laredo. Wearing the number 22, coming in at that right center back position for the injured Cesar Garcia. This one played back to Jamali Waite. Oh, that was slick by Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas playing it into space. It's chased down by Dixon. Kahim Dixon is offside. Unfortunate there. Now Ronaldo Cephas putting on his show when he has some space to go forward. And you can tell Kahim Dixon is still a kid. Still has that young face. Let's see. Yep, offside. Might have held the ball a little too long there, Cephas. Missed opportunity there, and you could hear the crowd. They were getting excited at the opportunity or the possibility of a second goal. Well, Bobby Reed, he is hoping that Dominican Republic do not score. Because if they do, obviously they get a draw, and his penalty miss would be huge. Michael King asking for some help from his teammates there. This is Michael Antonio who got the pass from Greg Lee. And Marshall, he has to be careful. He's got a yellow card already. Looked like he went into the back of Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed has moved into the middle now. Deshane Beckford is out wide on the right. It's still Antonio and Dixon up top. You have Cephas on the left, and Deshane Beckford has moved out wide to the right with Bobby Reed in the middle with the number 10 on his back. As you might expect, the number 10 be more in the middle, more central. As for Dominican Republic, you see Ademan, the number 22, on the right center back position. Mata out wide on the right. Reyes is on the left, and Ascona has moved into a more central position as well, the number 21. Try to get him more touches on the ball. Like Ascona and Reyes have been interchanging since Ascona came on at halftime. Here is Ademan to another player based in Spain, in Rafael Mata. Ademan. Rafa Mata is up limping, and this one's sent in. No problem for Jamali Waite, who it appears just might get his first clean sheet with the senior team. Jamali Waite, born in the United States. He's from Philadelphia. Gotta love Philly, the land of Liberty Bell, cream cheese, cheese steaks, basketball, and one of my favorite songs of all time. We'll leave it at that. Now Jamaica content to hold the possession, move the ball around, and see out this match 1-0. If this scoreline holds up, they will be level with Guatemala atop Group E. But Guatemala will have a 5-goal advantage in the goal differential department after Guatemala won 6-0 over Dominica. That's De Lucas not too happy with the call. He has to be careful. He picked up a yellow card in the 72nd minute. Group E, next round, match day 2, if you will. We see the British Virgin Islands at home against Guatemala. Dominica at home against Jamaica. And then the round concludes with Dominican Republic at home against the British Virgin Islands on the 11th. As Michael Antonio goes down. Another substitution here for the DR is Charbel Webe, the number 19. He's getting ready to come on here for República Dominicana, the number 19. We'll see who he replaces. Might be De Lucas, we'll see. I'm listed as a defender, but Webe, right back. Here's Renato Cephas. Service inside, defensive header by Luis De Lucas, settled here by Beckford, Deshane Beckford, shot is blocked by De Lucas. And then running onto it, Bobby Reed. Charbel Webe Gonzalez, right back. The Real Oviedo in Spanish football. Well done by Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas leaving it for Dixon. Dixon with the switch to the left foot. The shot is blocked. The kid showing some composure in the area, but the Dominican defense is tight. Oh, Romero misjudges the flight of the ball and easily handled by Michael King. Here is Mr. Anderson. Roy Anderson. We will have 6 minutes of stoppage time here at the office. By the way, Charbel Webe Gonzalez will be replacing Darlene Reyes on that right side there. Looks like was that a no-look pass there by Karoy Anderson? But it was too long for Kahim Dixon. Gotta like the audacity to try it, but I want to practice passes looking first before you try the no-look passes. Only Ronaldinho Gaúcho can get away with that, as Heinz Marshall is not feeling too good. As we are into the 6 minutes of second half stoppage time, and it looks like also Jose de la Cruz will be replacing Marshall in the lineup. So we'll have Jose de la Cruz and Charbel Gonzalez. I think Marshall is going to be replaced here by Jose de la Cruz. As Marshall will not be able to finish. And there's the official substitution for Edarlene Reyes to be replaced by the number 19, Charbel Gonzalez. Charbel Webe Gonzalez. Final substitutions made there by Marcelo Nevelev. Official substitutions there. Señor de la Cruz. Gonzalez coming on, the last ones for the Dominican Republic. Let's see if they can get a late goal here, silence those drums, and maybe stop the cheerleaders from dancing. Although, why would they want to do that? It's so much fun to watch them. They are getting loose in the stands. You gotta love that. As I said before, these bands can challenge some of those HBCU bands as ball is played out. That's saying a lot if you could challenge an HBCU band, because usually those bands are fire. Here is Schweissinger through the middle for Ascona. Well defended by Jamaica. Here is Bobby Reed to Michael Antonio. And this man has been an absolute nightmare for the Dominican defense. Reynaldo Cefas. Here is Kahim Dixon. Second minute. Imagine you're a tired defense and then you have a teenager come off the bench, run at the defense for the last 10, 12 minutes of a match. You know, teenagers never get tired, especially if they've been resting for 80+ minutes. Jamaica will be making one more substitution here. Halftime window does not count. Di Lucas feeling some pressure from Kahim Dixon. Here's Miguel Lloyd. Oh, poor pass, or I should say it's given away by Ademane. Now here's Cefas. Cefas! Reynaldo Cefas looking for a goal of his own after a mistake in the back. Created the opportunity for Reynaldo Cefas. Did not finish it. Now here's Rafael Mata. We are past the halfway mark of second half stoppage time. República Dominicana looking for a late equalizer, which would certainly shock the Jamaicans in the building here. That's a turn by Ascona. Well done by Michael King to prevent that pass from getting into the space and then shaking off Ascona to go forward. Now in the middle for Karoy Anderson. Here is Tavon Gray. He tried to slip it through to Dixon. Pass is intercepted there on the left side by Gonzalez. Now falls for Junior Firpo, looking for some support. Firpo poked away, gets it back after the ball found the feet of Ascona. And now Antonio with a touch, but he is brought down by Jose Lopez, who is not happy with the call and receives a yellow card. Nice touch there by Michael Antonio. Yeah, he sold it a little bit, for sure. And it'll be the final substitution of the match for Jamaica as Kevon Lambert of Real Salt Lake will step onto the pitch. And he will replace, I should say, Reynaldo Cefas. What a match it has been for Reynaldo Cefas. Got the assist on the goal and created some excitement for the people here in Jamaica with his runs on that left side. Now Kevon Lambert is brought in to solidify the midfield, shut things down, and preserve this 1-0 victory for Jamaica. This one sent in down the right side looking for Rafael Mata. And I don't know who that drummer is, but man, he is good. I am jamming in my seat. Better than Nick Cannon in drumline. And this one played out wide on the right, blocked, and now played into space. This is Deshane Beckford. He tracks it down. Beckford in the penalty area. Beckford with the shot. It's blocked by Christian Schweissinger. Almost a shot on target there for Jamaica. That could be very well be the last action of the match. This is well done by Beckford. He holds the ball up, waiting for a teammate to come through, sees there's no teammate, and takes the shot. Shane Beckford winning the corner for Jamaica as we are past the 6 minutes of second half stoppage time. And I'm sure this will be played short just to kill time as Michael Antonio in the corner there. Pressure from Charbel Gonzalez. Next up for Jamaica, they will be 3 days time traveling to Dominica, to Rosso, take on Dominica. Dominican Republic in 5 days time at home against the British Virgin Islands, and that will do it. Jamaica hold on and defeat República Dominicana 1-0. 16th minute goal by Shamar Nicholson, the difference. And the Reggae Boys start their 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign with a 1-0 victory and 3 points to move level atop the group with Guatemala. Shaky moments for the Jamaicans, especially in the midfield. But for the most part, they were able to prevent the Dominican Republic from scoring. Missed the penalty opportunity that could have sealed the victory. But in the end, Jamaica doing enough to win. And don't be surprised if they practice penalties in training in the next session before they have to travel to take on Dominica. Positive start to World Cup qualifying for the Reggae Boys. People of Jamaica, I'm sure they'll be content with the 3 points, but they will want more from their squad going forward. We'll see how they respond against Dominica in a few days' time. Shamar Nicholson's the hero because he got the goal that led them to the 3 points. Here is the best action from the 90 minutes. A festive atmosphere at the office with the beautiful national anthems of Jamaica and Dominican Republic ringing out. Lone goal of the match came off of the corner, a transition counterattack. Bobby Reed playing it into space to Ronaldo Cephas, who's able to shake off Carlos Ventura and then lay it off beautifully and easily for the Clermont striker, Shamar Nicholson, to make it 1-0 for Jamaica. And yep, they celebrate as they should. Dominican Republic responding. Ederlin Reyes looking inside after linking up with Heinz Marshall. Just no shot on target there, just out of the reach of Dorney Romero. This was a good effort here by Bobby Reed on the free kick to test Miguel Lloyd. Those two would meet up again. Second half, 70th minute. Luigi De Lucas clearly fouling Ronaldo Cephas in the area on the break on the counter, and Bobby Reed looking to make it 2-0, but he is denied by the post. I thought that Lloyd made the save. Maybe Lloyd got a glove onto it to put it onto the post, but it hits the post, and it is still 1-0. And then look at this opportunity here. Ronaldo Cephas just twisting and turning, and it's a last little touch that puts him off, ball behind him. Maybe should have laid it off to Shane Beckford. Lloyd comes up with a big save to deny Jamaica a second goal. As Ronaldo Cephas in transition was an absolute beast and a nightmare to the defense of the Dominican Republic. Well, next up for Jamaica, they travel to Dominica in 3 days' time, and Dominican Republic hosting the British Virgin Islands in 3 days' time, or 4 days' time. Thank you for watching this presentation of the Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers. Jamaica with a victory.